How to outreach to clients. This is a very, very, very important topic. Now, let's say if you have a lot of following. When you have a lot of following, it's very easy to get replies from brands. It's very easy to get replies from people that you want to work with. Sorry about that. It's very easy to work with people who you want to work with. You can just shoot them a DM and they'll reply to you. It happens to me every single time. There isn't a single brand that I can shoot them a DM and they will not reply to me. But when you're just starting out and you have no followers, and I'm not saying this to bring you guys down or anything, but a lot of you guys are starting out, you're not known on social media, and you have less amount of followers. You can 100% reach out to clients through DMs. If you write your DM in a way where they are convinced enough to reply to you and to meet you, that's good. That's amazing. And it does happen a lot of the times. All you need to do is just not give up. Send hundreds of DMs a day, hundreds of DMs a day, hundreds of DMs a day. Don't give up and you'll eventually get a reply. But the more easier way to do it is to just go to businesses nearby your house or somewhere where you feel like people are going to accept it more and people are more open and people are more accepting of new mindsets. For example, this social media marketing management thing, a lot of businesses owners have very old mindset. They don't want to do it. If they want to make an advertisement, they will just like lend out pamphlets or they will give free food to people that come to the restaurants. Okay, this will work, but you're living in a completely different time. It's like living in Dubai and traveling via a horse. It still works, but you're living in a different time. Why not just use a car? You know what I mean? It would make sense if it was 100 years ago and you're traveling with a horse. Of course it would. But now you're living in a different time. When you're living in a different time, you have to make use of what's available in that particular time. Anyway, the best thing for most of you guys who would not have a lot of followers on social media to do is reach out to businesses. Especially I would recommend restaurants that are near your house. Under your house, besides your house, close to your house. And that's basically one of the best ways you could do it. Now, for the people that are living in UAE, for the people that are living specifically in Sharjah, which a lot of people have bought this waitlist from, I would recommend going to restaurants in your house, near your house. But even more than that, what I would recommend is take like maybe 15, 20 dirham taxi. Or you can at least walk to Dubai or whatever it is to get to Dubai. Once you get to Dubai, you can start outreaching to brands over there and to restaurants over there. Because something I noticed about Sharjah and Dubai, mashallah, they're both beautiful places. But the business owners in Sharjah don't have the same mentality as the business owners in Dubai. The business owners in Dubai are willing to try out different things for their business to succeed and to grow further. But the business owners in Sharjah are still very old-minded. And I'm not saying a lot of them are like this. This is just my experience from the business owners, majority of them that I've reached out to in Sharjah and in Dubai. I can name more than 7 clients that I have just in Dubai alone. I have clients all over the UAE. I can name over 7 clients that I have in Dubai alone. I don't have a single client in Sharjah. That's the reason why I have stopped reaching out to clients in Sharjah. And now I'm not saying that I will not be able to get it. If I try really hard, I can. But why waste my time over there in Sharjah when I can just do it in Dubai and get more clients? You know what I mean? If something is time wasting, if something is consuming your energy, when you can just do something else and get better deals off of it, why not do it? You know what I mean? Anyway, so reach out to mostly restaurants, I would say, near your house. If you can do it in Dubai, I would prefer Dubai. But even near your house, to restaurant owners are very, very, very good. Because restaurant, mashallah, the business model has a lot of profit margin. It's not as, for example, if you're reaching out to a glasses shop, or if you're reaching out to a pharmacy, or if you're reaching out to a grocery store, their margins are very low. They barely make 6 figures net revenue per month, you know? How will you expect them to not be stingy with their money? Of course they're going to be stingy because they barely make any money. So restaurants are typically the best margins. You can name a few others as well. Let's say good going electronic stores, electronic stores that are making good profit, or any type of business. This is something you guys can think about And this is something that you guys can examine by yourself. Look into the business, look at their profit, their loss, look at if they're actually doing good. If they are doing good and they're making good profit per month, then it's a good idea to reach out to them. Anyway, so what was my point again? How to reach out to clients. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So how to reach out to clients. This is a very important topic, and this comes back to sales. If your sales skills is good, you can sell anything. If your sales skills is not good, no matter if you have the best product, you're not going to be able to sell it. So being good at sales or becoming better at sales is something every single person needs to learn. Sales is not just needed in business. Sales is needed in anything. Let's say you want to go buy a car, but there's only one left, and there's 50 millionaires along with you. How are you going to be able to convince the buyer to sell it to you and not the other 49 millionaires? You need to be good at sales. You need to be good at pitching it. You need to be good at presenting your idea and your thought in a way where the person's like, oh, this guy actually has a point. Let me sell it to him. Not only in buying cars. Let's say you got a speeding ticket. Obviously, in Dubai, mashallah, the law and everything, it's very good. Let's say you're living in a different country and you get a speeding ticket. Let's say you're living in Pakistan or you're living somewhere else, whatever it is, where you can get away with it and you know about it, you can get away with it. How do you convince the police not to give you a fine? It's by having a good way of talking, a good way of convincing the person not to do what he wants to do, or to convince the person to do what you want him to do. Whatever it may be. But being good at sales will always get you far in life. Always get you far in life. No matter what it is. So, let's say you go to a restaurant near your house. What I would advise you guys to do is when you go to a restaurant or whatever business it may be, try going for local, not too big restaurants. Let's say you go to KFC. You're not going to be able to get a deal out of KFC when you're first starting out. Because KFC is an international brand. If you walk into a KFC store and you're like, I want to meet the owner, I want to talk with the owner. Who's the owner of KFC? He's dead. Who's the CEO of KFC? Probably somewhere in America. Who is the owner of KFC in UAE? You don't even know. So, getting deals like this when you first start out, it's 100% difficult. So what I would suggest you guys to do is to go for more local, small businesses. For example, there's a restaurant nearby your house, and this restaurant only has one branch. You can go to that restaurant, try to get the number of the owner in a way where, for example, you're looking like a customer. You're like, I want to talk to the owner about something about this restaurant. You can speak to the manager, try to convince him in a way. This happens a lot. I used to reach out to restaurants or other businesses, and I used to tell them like, I want to potentially collaborate with this restaurant, or I want to speak to the owner about something. And most of the times the manager, they don't even know. They're like, okay, this might just be someone. And especially if you're someone that looks serious, you're dressed good, and you actually portray yourself in a good way, the manager or the worker will just give you the owner's number. This happened to me a lot. Every time I would go to a restaurant or something, I would pull up in a nice car. The managers would see me from outside. I would walk in. I would be like, I want to speak to the owner. May I have his number? They're like, yeah, sure. Here you go. If I was dressed in a very dirty way, in a bad way, with not nice clothes, and I came there, let's say, on a bicycle, they're not going to give me the number. They won't even bother. Now, you can go to one restaurant, ask for the owner's number, you'll get rejected. You can go to another one, you'll get rejected. 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 But finally, you will get the number. Now, once you get the number of the owner, it doesn't actually have to be an owner. You can get a manager's number, or you can speak to the manager as well. But I prefer owner more, because the owner doesn't need to, they don't need to approve their decision with anyone else. If they want to do something for their business, they'll just do it without a second thought. If you speak to a manager, that manager will have to get approval from the owner, discuss it with him. Maybe the owner will be like, let me think, I'll get back to you. By that time, a lot of time has gone by. They've forgotten about it, and they don't want to do it anymore. So that's very important. When you first start out, I would say go for the owner. You can go for the manager, but it's a big hassle. Just go straight for the owner.